Hello, my name is Earl.
That was a terrible show. Did you watch that?
I didn't mind My Name is Earl, yeah, it's okay.
Was his name actually Earl?
Yeah, that was his name.
Makes sense.
It's in the... What made you think that it wasn't the case?
I don't know.
Warning, this podcast may contain bad language and content that some listeners may find offensive. I'm so quick at that shit now. I can rip that out of my butthole, it's so easy.
It's not the only quick thing you do, is it? Folding towels. Am I right?
Great at folding towels.
And quick at sex.
Welcome to Seesaw Podcast with T Cleaves.
Each week, offering up a blurry perspective on life. Willkommen zu Seesaw! Wunderbar! Wie geht's?
Es geht mir prima. Und du?
Ja. So lala.
You don't know any German, do you?
Nein. I know Bratwurst.
I imagine.
How do you think it became Fat Man? Or was I blobbing?
I like to think you were both. I was Albert.
You're the fucking joker, mate.
Yeah.
Based on your career stats.
Oh.
So.
I like to think I was the Heath Ledger Joker. Pretty sick.
In the head.
He was a man with a lot of problems. Moving on! How about... This podcast is brought to you by Seesaw Towers, floor number...
901.
Oh, shit. We're nearly touching the triple-digit figures.
Well, that was triple digit.
The quadruple-digit figures.
Someone needs a maths to bone up on their maths skills.
Oh, my God, man. I've done like 2 fucking 11-hour days at work, and all I did in the last fucking...
Boo-hoo.
Yeah, fuck you. You don't have to do that kind of shit.
My poor decisions led me to this. Oh, blah, blah, blah. At least you're working, which is more than we can say for a lot of disabled people.
Yeah. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm disabled and I work too much. Just rubbing salt in the wounds.
No, that's a legitimate gripe. So other than work, how are things?
Yeah, pretty solid. How are things with you?
Pretty all right.
Good. So, at this point, do we move on to quick blind news already?
I think we do.
All right. Quick blind news.
Baby. So I actually have news this week.
Ooh, bracing myself. I'm going to sit back in my chair. Go on.
An inquest has started about a blind man who fell off a train platform in London, was hit by a train, and the paramedics didn't see to him for 10 minutes because they thought the tracks were live, even though they were told they weren't.
I've got a lot of questions about that.
It's quick blind news, mate.
But I'm going to save them. Here's my quick blind news. The World Blind Games coming to Birmingham pretty soon. I can't remember whether it was this year or next year. That's why I said pretty soon. But it's the first time it's been held in Birmingham, apparently. And that was quick blind news.
Nice. Do you want my other one? Because I'll forget by next time.
Nope.
Oh, damn it.
You've got to be quick.
Do you want me to record it anyway so you can just insert it next time when I don't have it?
Nope.
Okay. That's fair. It's equally depressing.
Oh, God.
Moving on from our quick blind news, feedback on last week's episode. Because we're recording this on the same day that episode dropped, we've only had one piece of feedback so far.
The episode dropped yesterday.
Since yesterday, we've only had one piece of feedback.
Go on. It's not from Selena, is it? Oh, God, I can't take that kind of hurtful comment anymore.
I'll wait until she's back on in a couple of weeks' time.
I need to get her own theme tune for that.
So, piece of feedback. I'm sorry, I can't remember who it was.
Jesus Christ, you had one job.
I can't remember their name because it was like something stupid. But
oh, wow. Not only can you not remember the name, you're going 2-footed in on them. Go on.
A visually impaired security guard.
Oh, I like it. We should do that next time.
No, this is someone who actually does this job. They use a magnifier to check receipts and then hope they don't run. That's basically, that's basically what the comment was.
Okay, all right. Do you know what, right? That's no more ridiculous than someone being like, and let's be fair, we've all seen them in supermarkets, a security guard that is clearly obese, that's not going to be chasing anyone down. If anything, they're more of a doorstop. Like, you know, if you've got those escalators that go down to a supermarket car park, they're more there to go, excuse me, sir, and then stop them from literally going anywhere while someone else chases them down. They're more to an exit blocker. So, you know what? Maybe a visually impaired security guard isn't the stupidest thing ever.
I mean, I didn't ask them whether they had a full trained cop with them every single shift.
Well, yeah, they need a security guard spotter.
Yeah. It's called a police officer.
Excuse me, sir, move along.
On a Segway so they don't get too rambunctious.
How visually impaired was this person, or do you not know?
Well, they were visually impaired enough to need a magnifier to read receipts to make sure people hadn't stolen something.
Okay, that's fair. But, like, maybe... Okay, I probably wouldn't trust myself to run through, for example, a crowded supermarket to catch someone. With you saying receipts, I assume it's some sort of supermarket. However,
I thought it was,
there might be someone who has better sort of peripheral vision than I do, and maybe his her short-sighted vision, or anyone else's short-sighted... Yeah, I have to correct myself these days. Fucking hell. Is just poor. So maybe it's that.
Maybe. I didn't get enough context.
Either way, we can salute this. Visually impaired person working. All right, swing. Yeah, we'll do a swing. Wing.
So, Cleaves, I think disabled people got a bad rap, haven't they?
They got a real bad rap.
But, let's be fair, disabled people don't do themselves any favours.
But they don't. And that is this
topic of the week.
I thought you might attempt the theme tune then.
Nope.
You can't remember it, can you?
Nope.
Okay.
It's something like
so close so far.
Topic of the week.
So, what are we chatting this week?
We thought, well, yeah, I didn't know whether you were going to preface this by saying, oh, this is a Cleaves idea, but...
You just prefaced it yourself. I was going to be nice.
I know, but I did it in your voice.
That ain't my voice.
This is a Cleaves idea. My name's Tony.
What is that?
That's your voice now.
Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Cleaves.
You can't do the Rom voice, mate. That's Rom's... Oh, he snorted. You smoked it.
Recomposed.
We need to get this shit together.
Fucking hell, we're professionals.
Right. This week, we're talking about how to raise awareness for disability. I think it's a pretty positive topic. We're not normally about that shit. We're normally about slamming shit.
I mean, we've done like 3 episodes on why disabled people suck.
They do kind of suck sometimes. Okay, but here's the problem. First off the bat, if you want to raise awareness for disabled people, you've got to ask the question, why are we even fucking doing it? And the reason we're doing it is because you described them to as...
lazy sponging assholes.
Yes, I did describe them as lazy sponging assholes.
Oh, that moan a lot.
Oh, they do moan a lot.
Yeah, actually, that was... Yeah. I couldn't think of your exact phrase, but it was pretty much that, and I was like, yeah, that is kind of a good point.
I didn't appreciate the voice.
Nailed it over the years, what can I say? But you're right. I think you actually are right, and that's why we're doing this topic, because we do have a bad reputation as disabled people.
So, basically, the rap that these people have, including us, I don't know why I said these people, but like moaning, lazy, sponging bastards, don't do nothing for no one other than complaining online. You know what? The media doesn't help either.
I think the media has largely portrayed us as that shit.
Yes.
But there's no smoke without fire.
That's true, but it doesn't help when you have the Daily Star saying, man in Croydon claims £1 million on benefits.
Let's just start with that. Your go-to news outlet was the Daily Star, predominantly known for porn. Old school 90s porn.
Is it?
Yeah, come on. It's like the page 3 girl, but an entire newspaper of it.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, bullshit.
But then you have that shit, and then the other side is like all like endearing Paralympics stuff. So it's never in the middle, is it?
Highs and lows, isn't it? Peaks and troughs.
God, that's all media, but it doesn't We don't need that.
Well, yeah, that's the sensational story. No one wants to hear about a person that goes to the same job and does the same thing day in, day out, because it's boring.
Even my wife doesn't want to hear that. Well, what do we do about it then?
We need to improve our reputation. But the question is, how are we going to do it?
Well, firstly, not with that accent.
How are we going to do it?
There you go. I think, firstly, there's a lot of global months, events, that sort of thing, like 18th of November to 18th of December every year is the International Disability History Month.
Not sure it's international.
I'm going to say it's international.
Okay, it should be. But, right, this happened last year. But who fucking knew?
I work in an extremely EDI conscious organisation.
Do you want to explain what EDI is?
Equality, diversity and inclusion.
You had to think about that for a second, didn't you?
Well, no, it's called equity, diversity and inclusion now. It's changed to equity. But even we sucked at it. Nothing happened. And I called them out and basically said, what are we doing for this? And everyone was like, oh shit, that is actually a thing. So there was even no exposure for it at all in my place of work. And we're on the pulse of that sort of shit.
And we're getting in on it early this year on the podcast because it's not till the 18th to the 18th of November to the 18th of December, which is not even a real month, is it? I mean, I know it's a month long, but just make it an entire month front to back. Don't be that guy.
Just choose November.
Why are you even fucking mid-month to mid-month? It makes no sense.
Yeah, just choose November. Yeah, do that.
All right. Also, don't pick a fucking bleak month. Do you know what I mean? Pick a good one. Oh, maybe all the good months were taken by Gay Pride and Black History Month and all that kind of stuff. You know, all the summer months.
Yeah, but then choose December because you got Hanukkah, you got Christmas. It's
well, that's
festive.
the problem. No. I think that's the problem.
What? People don't want to see a crippled Santa.
Well, firstly, they don't. And you ride around and say, let's be fair.
Hey, maybe that's the problem.
Morbid obesity is pretty much a disability, albeit you brought it on yourself.
Can you imagine Santa coming down the chimney in a wheelchair? Someone please draw that. Your chimney wasn't accessible, so you get no presents.
His sleigh's just got wheels on it.
Yeah. There's no ramp-ups in the chimney.
Did your parents used to tell you that if you hadn't had no chimney, he had a magic key to get in?
No, they said he turned into snow and came for your letterbox.
But bullshit. No one said that.
No,
they did not.
They said he turned to snow and came through the letterbox.
Horseshit. They did not say that.
Yeah, they said he poured through like snowflakes through your letterbox.
Shit.
Yeah, he snowed through your letterbox.
God, I hope there's no kids listening to this. Anyway, look, my point is this, right? You don't want to be celebrating it mid-November to mid-December because Christmas is upon us. And no one gives a fuck about Disability Month when Christmas is on us. So you want to pick a gash month, I don't know,
April.
August, September. Or April. April's starting to get nice as well, so chances are you got some
April
good
Fools.
weather. But yeah, pick a good month. I don't know why you got it in that month. And secondly, we need to make more of a noise about it. And this needs to start on a local level, I think. So, you got your local charities. And this, we have around the East Midlands, for example, My Site Nottingham and Site Support Derby. In my opinion, Site Support Derby are much better than My Site Nottingham at promoting activities. But what I think is we should, be getting out there. It needs to be showy, flashy kind of activities, like let's get a disabled parade going on. Let's have
collaborate. I think that's the key. Collaborate. It's not just about site charities, but why not Scope and Alzheimer's and all of these other Aspire? Get everyone involved.
Well, maybe not Alzheimer's. They won't remember the date.
The staff will, and that's what it is. And this is one thing that we haven't put on the notes. But turn these events not into fucking bucket rattling.
Yeah, what it needs to be is actual fun events. Basically, what we're saying is gay pride for disability. Because nowadays, gay pride has been such a good event that it doesn't matter if you're gay or not. You can go and just enjoy everything. You can enjoy the festivities, whether you're gay, straight, bi, or any other sexuality.
And that's the key here. And we have friends who went to a dog show the other day and guide dogs were there. But instead of guide dogs just having a present, they were basically shaking people down for money. And I think you can't do that. So if this is going to happen, it can't be an opportunity to fundraise. It has to just be about an awareness. And that funding will come with time. And there's always a place for it. But how many LGBTQ plus events do you go to where they've got for underprivileged gay children a bucket there?
I mean, there might be one to the side, but it's not the prominent focus, is it?
Exactly.
It's about fun and, it's not even about it is about raising awareness, don't get me wrong, but
it's the guilt, isn't it?
It's more about having a great time, and if you learn about that sort of stuff on your way because you're having a great time, then awesome.
Yeah.
And that's what disability
needs to be
about. Yeah. We need to get rid of this stigma of the fact that, again, it goes down to the we're miserable part of the disability, that no disabled person is fun or good to hang around.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, they're a burden. We don't want that. We want to prove that disabled people are just like everyone else.
Would you walk in a parade?
Do you know what? I probably would. Yeah. As soon as you asked me that question, I felt a little bit like I was hesitant, but I've literally been championing it, so I can't say that I wouldn't. And I felt a bit embarrassed, but I wouldn't feel embarrassed that I was in a disabled parade. I'd feel embarrassed that people were looking at me.
Yeah,
and that would be in any parade, whether I was in like a fucking Mayday carnival. So
no, that's absolutely fair. I get that, and I think having things like this, just like these, are really important things. Like, you have the gay pride parades that you go through every year. You have those, and that's fantastic. And there should be something for the disabled community. I mean, it's got to be accessible. Let's face it. I mean, you're not going down some cobbled streets, not with those wheelchairs. But like I said, it can't be like a fucking panhandling event where everyone's there thinking, oh, I don't want to be guilted into giving money. You know what I mean? It should be, no, let's have some fun. Because whether we like it or not, purple is the colour of disability.
Yeah, I don't know who came up with that shit.
I don't, but it's stuck. So it's like, it should be everything purple.
But here's my problem. I just can't endorse Cadbury's in any way.
Well, don't get them to sponsor it then.
But I feel they'd be a good sponsor.
Purple Bricks.
Ooh, Purple Bricks, that'd be a good one.
Even has purple in the
bit
name.
More boring though, isn't it?
Yeah, but
Cadbury's is the go-to sponsor, let's be honest, but annoyingly their chocolate just isn't as good. It's fine, I'll accept it. Don't get me wrong, I'm not going to not eat Cadbury's. If someone gave me a bucket load of Cadbury's to give out, I'd be like, people will love that shit, and I'm not going to lie, I'd partake, but secretly deep down I'd be like, I wish this was a Bueno.
This leads on to the next thing that I want to say. More endorsements from companies, celebrities, influencers about disability. And not necessarily just making it about disability. So it doesn't have to be a disabled influencer or celebrity. I don't need Stevie Wonder telling me the importance of, seeing eye dogs. It can come from anyone.
What you want is just like a fucking 10-second TikTok video of just The Rock hanging out with some disabled people and having a laugh.
Basically, yeah. That's what I wouldn't mind seeing.
Nothing like deliberately disabled. Just, having a beer or something with someone.
Like Chris Hemsworth showing a blind guy to a disabled toilet.
You're making it about disability now.
Okay, or just having a beer with that blind guy.
All I'm saying is just I didn't want it to be specifically about disability.
Yeah, no. In my mind, they're sitting outside. You've got Chris Hemsworth there. Okay, he's kind of in his 4 get-up as well.
Right. Really inconspicuous.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
But you got a blind guy with him. And he's like, they're having a drink and all that. And then Chris is like, oh, I'll go.
He grabs his stick and goes, "Return to me," after throwing it. It's like, Chris, that didn't work with the real hammer.
No, it didn't. Maybe like, I'll go for a piss, mate. Do you want a guide to it? And I go, yeah, all right, mate. And then it comes out at the bottom. It says, Carling will always make you piss. But yeah, but it's got to be more mainstream. It's sort of like getting into the mainstream. I think it's easier with gay and LGBTQAI plus culture. I think I had all of the letters there. But then, that's because there's a lot more of these individuals. It's much more of a thing.
That's the case.
Well, regardless of whether it is or it isn't, if you think about prominent people on TV.
Oh, okay, yes, yeah.
Who are within the disabled community. Unfortunately, they do make their entire thing their disability. And they should just be making it the fact that they're a good comedian or actor. And they typecast themselves. And I think this is a discussion for another podcast. But I think we need more of the whole having a conversation with these people. You need to have celebrities chatting about this and influencers chatting about this who aren't necessarily disabled, or chatting to disabled people about this just organically, like you said.
It's about regular topics. The problem is, again, it goes back to the original. I'm trying to feed it back to this original point that we're seen as different or intolerable to be around. And it'd be nice if you got some influencers just doing normal kind of day-to-day, you know what I mean? Just having a quick conversation on Insta or having a 10-second video on TikTok of them, I don't know, fucking dancing with someone disabled or something like that. Something to show that just disabled people are normal people. There's no need to be afraid of them. Yeah. There's no need to have that sort of stigma attached to what do I say to them. We're just like regular people. Don't worry about it. And it'd be really great if influencers or people of cultural iconacy, which I just made that word up, just got on board with that and just started posting a little bit more about it, because people will follow that shit. People, I think if, for example, we use Chris Hemsworth. I don't know why I don't know why I went to that one particularly, but if you saw him just like hanging out with a disabled person, a lot of people would just be like, oh yeah, that is a good point. Why am I so bothered about that? It doesn't matter who they are. You just go talk to them like they're anyone else. And
the thing is, this can be subtly done. In that beer garden, you don't have to have the whole pissing thing happening, but you could have someone in a wheelchair at that table with a celebrity just drinking like a Coors Light, if that's like whatever you're plugging. And you could just have someone there in the frame in a wheelchair.
Yeah.
You don't have to even fucking reference it. It's just like they're there and they're their mate. Like, that's all you have to fucking do.
The influence thing, I think, is especially in this particular world, is a great way to sort of
normalise.
Yeah. That's it. The normalisation, I think, is probably what we're going to come back to, isn't it?
Absolutely. And the things are happening. I think it's, Emily Davidson, who's on the Pantene advert at the moment, who's a blind influencer. I think I've got her name wrong.
Is it Lucy Edwards?
No,
you're going to bring it up, man. Fucking Google
No,
it.
I think her name is Emily.
Okay.
I think it's Emily Davidson.
If it turns out to be Lucy Edwards, you owe me a Coke.
Do you know it's Lucy Edwards?
I've got a fairly good feeling about it.
I'm pretty sure Lucy Edwards isn't blind. Her name's like Emily Davidson. Are you Googling it now?
Yep. Ah, mate. It's Pantene and it's Lucy Edwards.
Is it Lucy Edwards?
Suck my D, big fat D.
I owe you a Coke. Full
line as well.
So, like, even in, like, the commercials and stuff like that, there are strides, adverts. Okay.
I reckon.
We have a lot of American listeners, all right? We have in a Pantene hair product. Pantene.
Pantera, dude.
In a Pantene hair care product advert, we now have a blind influencer
called Lucy Edwards.
We literally just had to look it up. I got all my people mixed up. Called Lucy Edwards. Please use that tape.
Okay.
But I think these are positive steps forwards. And it is a tough road, but we've got to normalise, like we said. It's about the normalisation of things.
I think as well, it begins within your local town. But if all local towns could start to raise it, we've got these events in place, like Disabled History Month, for example. So all the local towns need to start going out and doing the same kind of shit that we're doing for Disabled Pride and making it a big, fun, that's the key word, event. And it starts with charities like My Sight Nottingham and Sight Support Derby and shit like that. And there will be other charities within these cities and within your own city. They're just the ones I know because they're the ones I have particular dealings with.
No, I agree. But then it's making a big song and dance. And unfortunately, you are relying on people at this point, and people can be lazy and shit at their jobs. But as an individual, you can still do things as a disabled person.
Ooh, we've brought it down to an individual level.
So you can still do things. I mean, I'm not satisfied with certain charities in the area and what they offer, but it doesn't mean that we can't go out and do things.
Yes, it's nice.
Facebook is a powerful thing. Like social media, it's never been easier to do this. Imagine how hard it would be without these resources.
Here's the thing. We've kind of mentioned this before. We should be putting out positive vibes on social media. And there is a place, obviously, if there's tough times to be had by disabled people. And that there's also a place for that as well. But in terms of the advertising to the wider public, we should be putting out positive shit.
Absolutely. Just be positive. I know things can be tough, but the world doesn't have to see that sometimes. Sometimes, for the betterment of the community, you need to put that mask on. Not the one from the mask, because then, you become Jim Carrey.
You had me for a second, T. I was right with you, and then you made some shitty Jim Carrey thing.
Smoking.
Ugh.
No, but sometimes you do have to put on that mask and just pretend that everything's awesome and that we're all just different, and we are beautiful and different and all of these things. And I know there's a lot of caveats to go with that. Like there is chronic pain, there is the depression that comes with it, the mental health issues, and we all have our tough days. And it sucks sometimes. We're not going to fucking lie, it sucks sometimes. But the world doesn't need to see that. The world needs to see how we are unique and beautiful and how we can do things as well as they can or in different ways. And the most creative and diverse and best thinking people in the world are disabled people, because we have this adversity and we are forced to be more creative. The world needs to see that. And if that means we have to have parades with fucking purple everywhere and glitter and music, and we got to make it camp, we'll make it fucking camp.
And camp responses.
We'll make it we'll throw buttons at people. You know, if we've got to make it our own thing, we'll make it our own thing. But look what the LGBT plus community has done over the last 20 odd years, 30 years. They've come from out of the shadows in reclusive bars where they used to have to hide under threat of being beaten by people. They're being prominent community in the wider society where everyone gets involved in their events. And I think we're at the precipice, the beginning, the inception of disabled people doing this. We just need to do it. And it's going to be tough. And it's going to be like, you could be knocked back doing this. But if disabled people ever want to be accepted, it's a journey we have to take. And there will be hardship. But you know what? Fuck it. If we can deal with disability, we can deal with a little bit of hardship, can't we?
For once, I don't have anything to add to that. I think that was pretty well put.
Fired up, mate.
I
I'm
know.
going to have a parade right now.
Would you like me to get some soap for that box? I think it was good. I took the piss, but I think it's actually quite a good little speech there, T.
Well, put some heroic music behind it. There you go.
Okay, to finish, we're trying to make disability more accessible to people. And to do that, you know, sometimes it's nice to have a little tagline to get people out there, get people remembering shit. So,
Yep.
Have you got anything to add for me?
How about disability? I'm loving it.
Are we just ripping off things now?
No. That's my own original. I put disability at the start. Disability, ellipsis.
How
I'm
about
loving it.
time for something different?
I like it.
I like it. Or how about this? A different kind of fun.
I actually love that.
That's pretty sick, right?
That's awesome.
Mate, I actually do quite like that. We should be pitching that all the time.
Yeah. Disability, think of the potential.
Oh, nice.
I mean, it's pretty much what you said. I just made it more corporate.
Yeah, well, we've got to have that sometimes for the more corporate buy-ins.
Yeah.
Cadbury's not going to sponsor our Purple Parade, which is what I'm going to call it now. The Perps Parade.
That's a different sort of parade.
Perps Parade!
So which one of these raped you, Miss McConaughey?
Can you pick the disabled person out of the lineup, please? Oh, mate, we should call it the Perps Parade. I like that.
You know what? Purple. You know, you had the prisoners used to wear the black and white stripes. Purple and white stripes. Perps Parade. It's a fucking awesome idea, actually.
And, you know, if you go home and get laid that night, some of them might be schlurpling the purple in.
Yep. And you already have handcuffs, so they can't leave.
And we're definitely not ripping it off from Vimto.
I mean, there you go. Vimto, another sponsor. Or Ribena.
Ooh, yeah, Ribena. Ribena are a good one.
Yeah.
Anything purple.
Yeah, fucking Ribena, mate.
For a different kind of drink.
Not causing diabetes from 1985.
Well, it's more like 2011 plus. They've only just reduced the sugar, let's be honest.
Yeah. How much Ribena did you drink, Timmy? I see colours. Any more taglines you're thinking of?
I feel like we should go down a different... I don't want to go down like the disability.
Disability. Making more from less.
Ooh, that's quite a good one. But it also implies that we're less.
True.
You know what people are going to be like,
My voice.
Go going back to the original point.
Oh, yeah,
Fucking
no,
dick.
we're moaning. We shouldn't be less.
Making more from different.
I think different seems to be like an offer. But again, are people going to get pissed off that it's different? You know what?
We
Fuck
are
it.
fucking different.
We are different. You know
By
what?
definition, we're fucking different.
Write in and tell us it's wrong. When Selena...
Right in. You can reach us at 725 Crumbray Street.
Yeah. 904 Seesaw Towers.
Call us on 555. Fuck yourself.
Wait till Quad S comes out. And that's Selena Slam Seesaw, by the way.
Yeah. Nice. Have we actually nailed one of these down?
You know what? A different kind of fun, I think, was pretty solid, wasn't it?
Yeah.
All right, let's go with that.
I like it.
Tune into Seesaw for a different kind of fun.
No, you immediately move it. It sounds like someone who locks people up in their shed.
Yeah, but for a different kind of fun.
Oh, Ambassador, you're spoiling us. So on that, Cleaves.
We're out. We'll see you next week.
Party on. Bye-bye.
Thanks for listening to the Seesaw Podcast.
You can find us on Twitter at Seesaw Pod, Facebook, Reddit, Instagram and YouTube at Seesaw Podcast. You can also email us at seesawpodcast@gmail.com. Like, rate, review, subscribe, and then you can also find us on TikTok, but get us on all the other places. This podcast was recorded in front of a blind audience.